I've been your most outspoken supporter this whole time. Every time CJ's name comes up, I back you up. So I don't care how you spend it, I'm out.
Hey guys, it's episode 6 of Survive the Raft, and it's a good one.
Hell yeah, it was.
Oh yeah.
A little bit of drama.
Yeah.
Some
lots of
drama.
Oh yeah.
So people are shook up about Jason leaving, as always.
Yeah, well, people as in Summer?
Summer.
Yeah, Summer's very distraught, even though she's known the guy for like 12 hours or something like that.
What I've seen from Summer is that she just doesn't want anyone to leave the boat. She likes everyone.
Yeah, she was a big party, man. What's everybody on?
Yeah, she's
sad to see anyone go.
Yeah, she's a people person.
Stop bringing new people in because it's just going to make her sad.
That's right. Summer's a crack time.
And Tara is still gunning for CJ.
Dude, yeah, no kidding, man. It's like, let it go, Tara.
Yeah.
Like, she keeps saying that he keeps causing drama and stuff. Like, no, he's not causing drama anymore. Really, you're just making shit up now at this point.
She even tells the girls, like, this dude's got to go, and if you don't support me on this, then I'm going to be pissed off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm done. And if you guys don't help me, I'm going to be pissed at both of you.
At that point, the girls should be like, oh, really? We're going to vote your ass out of here.
She's like, I'm going to be pissed. I don't know what that really means, but like, okay.
Right. And this whole beef with CJ all came from the one conversation when they're like, well, who do you think we could possibly eliminate to keep the new person? And CJ is just like, well, what do you think of Tara? Like, he just spitballed an idea. 2 other people were part of that conversation. Are like, yeah, that's a good point. Like,
But guess what? One of those 2 people were smart about it. He made all kinds of drama.
No, here's the thing. I don't know why some people are campaigning. Like, I think it's in your best interest to just try and get along and shut your mouth.
Oh, yeah, it is. Absolutely.
This isn't one of those shows like Survivor where every week someone's being, like, eliminated, like, because they have to.
Yeah, when you're down to one person. Like, if you just keep the peace and do your part, you're not going to give
just stick with the original crew. That's the best thing to do. You have the numbers.
Well, and Russell flat out says that. He said, look, we keep bringing newbies in. Guess what? They are going to outnumber us original, and we're going to be bounced the hell out of here. So
I think Summer thinks of herself as an original, though.
Yeah, she does.
And then, like, it's kind of weird because Jimmy talks to CJ and he's like, play it cool, man.
That's right.
Play it cool. But Jimmy's the one who stirred things up to begin with. He's the one who got CJ in trouble because he ran off and told everybody.
Bro, you just need to take your lumps on the chin and just freaking deal with it.
Yeah. And then CJ's like, I think Jimmy's the only one I can really trust right now. And I hate that I have to trust him, but I have to trust him. It's like, why?
I don't know. But then we get introduced to Garrett, and apparently he's a pro baller.
Yeah, says he is anyway. Yeah.
I mean, he was in a uniform.
I guess everybody knew. Josh, are you a pro baller?
I might be.
That's a good point. Touche.
So what do we think about him? He claims he's an alpha male apex predator.
Yeah. No, Garrett's cool. I like him. He definitely held his own in the first competition there. The whatever the hell they call that. Not a competition.
The bounty?
Yeah, the bounty. Thanks.
The bounty mission.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he definitely helped the team out now for sure. So he's good. And now I think he's a little bit slick like Jimmy. We definitely see that. So.
And Nate tells him, "Look, I got a message for you. You got to remember it word for word. It's very important. Tell the crew this message."
Yeah. And he told him.
And
he actually memorized this.
So I was like, when he said that, I was like, is he going to write that down? Because there's no way I would remember that. And then second of all, once I've actually heard the message and seen what the message was about, was it really that important?
No,
he says word for word. You got to say a word for word. Right. And he acts like there's like, this is a clue
some
to like
shit on the ship.
Yeah,
on
something hidden on the ship that's going to give someone powers like a survivor or something like that. And it's just like a clue to what the next challenge could be.
Right.
Which I thought was funny. You made the suggestion that he should have gone in there and lied and said something about, he said there's something hidden on the ship or
give someone secret power. Right. I don't know where it is, but he told me this clue.
He said you guys would know.
Had these fools tear the raft apart. That would have been great.
It was just kind of weird how he phrased that and stuff. So it's like, they didn't need to know that at all. You just showed up and see the challenge.
Man, it didn't matter. Yeah, exactly. It didn't matter one bit what the hell he told him.
Now, I would like to see them give them hidden clues like that. That does give someone power. Maybe the power to kick someone off, give CJ a chance to go, I'm going to flip the script on this, Tara.
Right, exactly.
But That's not how the show works, apparently.
I don't think he actually ever even really wanted Tara to go. She was just a suggestion.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny because Garrett gets on the boat, and then Tara says,
Nice to meet you. Garrett is obviously a big, strong dude, but my gut's telling me not to trust him.
She says that about everybody. Tara says that about every new person that comes on the boat. Every single person.
Yeah, she trusts them.
Right.
to be fair, Garrett also says, I'm here to steal the money or take the money. So,
yeah. Like I said, man, he's like Jimmy.
Yep, he's like Jimmy, but as we see, they don't ever steal the money.
Yeah.
And this one, they didn't really get an opportunity to steal the money.
No, this one is like, who wants to earn some extra money on top of the money that's already in your body?
In front of everybody else.
Right, yeah, exactly.
So they get to the bounty. They win $35,000 if they can keep this mast in the air for 45 minutes. And then they have an opportunity to get $10K if someone drops the rope and picks up the ammo can. What did you think about that?
I thought it was okay. I mean, it was definitely a good team building type, exercise. But I mean, the ammo can thrown in there thing. Well, of course, they alluded to it in the preview from the last one. It made it sound like it was like a steal kind of mission, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously,
They made it look like Russell was going to forgo the plan and take some money.
So the editors tricked us again, as always, right? Best to be expected now.
They got to start upping these bounties. They're too easy.
Oh, yeah,
and they need to put some strain on this group where they have to have these tough choices where it's like, maybe we do need to get rid of Russell because we're going to lose otherwise. So far, they're not really struggling with the bounties except for the food one.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, that's true. Like, they talk about how with his injury, he might be a weakness, but they haven't lost a bounty.
If they had like an endurance one where people are dropping out and it's down to like 3 people and maybe they don't succeed or they do succeed, maybe they got to go like, look, Russell dropped out in the first 10 seconds. We got to get rid of this guy or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
You got to put him in these kind of like weird positions, and the show's just not, in my opinion,
no, you're right.
Not great with
these bounty challenges. Pretty weak. You're right.
So, but I mean, Elliot takes charge and he's directing people. And they're blaming CJ with he's kind of nonchalant with holding the rope.
CJ's a freaking idiot in this challenge. It's like, bro, at least use both hands. Get rid of your damn slack and at least make it look like you're holding this damn thing instead of sitting there switching hands with your freaking shit like this. Like, dude, what are you doing, you moron?
I think at this point in time, CJ is just so defeated.
He's an idiot.
Perception's everything, especially when you're on everyone's radar.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You could maybe gotten away with that if no one cares.
Or if you're
Russell. I honestly think he would have, because there was plenty of people kind of doing that.
Yeah.
So,
but they were all looking.
Even Elliot at one point is holding with one hand talking to people.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
So.
Yeah, but CJ, I mean, the whole time.
Elliot is like directing and yelling at everybody, and then Tara's she's like, now, you know, I got control of this.
She's like, wait a minute, I haven't yelled anything in a while. So,
right.
And then Garrett's doing a lot as well.
Oh yeah.
For being a new guy, he's pretty involved.
Yeah, exactly.
In this challenge, so.
Well, then of course, Tara takes over and she's screaming and yelling and telling people what to do, and she's doing a good job of it. So then, what is Summer? I think we should let Tara take this 10K. So of course, Tara's like,
now why do you think she chose Tara?
Yeah, why would? Because it was just weird for her to just chime up randomly about that.
Well, now we do know, and that 3-girl group is a powerful group, so maybe she's trying to get a little brownie points of that, with the leader of that group, so.
I don't know.
Maybe. Marissa had the power at one point. Now it looks like Tara's got the power, so maybe Maddie's next. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, I think she's trying to get some brownie points.
But they win the $35K, and of course, Russell and Tara get $10K.
Mm-hmm.
And they go back to the boat.
Well, now, why would the suggestion not be, let's let the new guy take the 10? So he's done his job. He gets his
Thanks for your help.
Right,
you helped the group, and we're going to give you this.
Yeah, exactly.
We're sticking together.
Now, 10K is a pretty big chunk compared to 35K split 8 or 9 ways, however many ways it's going to be split.
Yeah, you're right. I told you to give it to the new guy, but hey, we're going to vote you out of here. But hey, here's your consolation prize. Thanks for helping.
Yeah.
That'd have been good.
I mean, they didn't do that to the guy the week before, and then they literally could have just handed him the money.
Yeah.
That would have been the kind thing to do.
Oh, yeah.
Then they get back to the boat and they say, hey, CJ, why don't you show the new guy how to prepare the fish and stuff? Because, prepare your replacement. He needs to know what you do, so,
But but Russell tells him, you got this.
If he ain't passing on back. Go ahead, brother. And then, of course, immediately, Russell's like, yeah, he's scared. We're about to talk about voting him off. When he's talking to Elliot.
Exactly. We needed to get him out of this area because this is where we're going to have the conversation about how we're going to get him out.
And then the group discusses, CJ or Garrett. And they're kind of torn. Yeah, but then, but they start debating this, and then Jimmy starts scheming himself.
Yeah, Jimmy, and he goes to Garrett and starts scheming immediately. And I was like, that's kind of ballsy for him to go straight to the new guy and start scheming.
I know, because the new guy can just go say, "Hey, look, Jimmy told me this."
Exactly.
Like, especially if he feels like he's going to lose against CJ.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So Jimmy's being kind of reckless.
Well, and even the new guy Garrett's like, dude, you're being reckless. You're being too damn loud. Shut the hell up. You know?
He did. He's like, you should tone it down.
And then they go do their little excursion. And this is where Jimmy like tries to form an alliance.
Four-person alliance, yeah.
But Summer's like, I don't know.
Now, what I find odd here in this scenario is like he's trying to form it. He's like, I mean, I've got people I want to say. I'm not going to say them though. Right. I got people. Right. Like, well, who would it be? Well, that's what I'm saying. This is where it's difficult, right? Yeah. Like, we can't really talk about it. Wink, wink. But can we talk about it?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like he was trying to get somewhere without putting a name out there, because obviously, as in CJ's case, you put a name out there.
Oh, you're toast.
And he was on the raft trying to allude and try and like have someone else be the first to recommend Russ. Yeah, exactly. He's like, what about his hand though? Like, I don't know.
You know, the hand thing, and
because he mentioned that to all the girls too when they were sitting in the boat talking together.
Yeah, so he's hoping one of them be like, yeah, maybe we need to like start thinking about
Russ. I thought they were on to him then, because they all kind of looked at each other like, I see what you're doing, but now they just let that go, because remember, they're really mad at CJ.
Yeah,
right, exactly.
We can't hell-bent on CJ. We're mad at CJ. But CJ even says to Summer, CJ says, well, obviously I'd like to stay, but you know, I would need Summer, and I'm not going to have her do anything.
Right, she didn't want to do.
Yeah. Like, he literally told her, I'm not going to ask you to do anything.
And the four group would have been interesting, because they know, like, 3 of them would be gunning for CJ, but they have 4, so they would have, like, blindsided the group and overruled them. So that would have been a good, if this was Survivor thing to do, but this ain't Survivor.
Nope.
So
Summer ain't doing any of that.
Yeah, Summer's like, I'm not having it, and CJ's like, I don't want to force her either, so.
Yeah. Which, I mean, he could be saying that just to win favor in her eyes, but I mean, that's a good thing to say.
That would have been smart. Like, you wait to see how she goes, and when you see her hesitate, maybe you say that if you're reading it. But
yeah, which I think he was.
They start going back to the raft, and CJ's on the little boat with Garrett, and then he's like,
"Idiot.
What can I do? I'm on the bubble, so maybe." You know, Russ, he isn't here for the money, so maybe I'll just ask him to go instead.
Yeah, he says he isn't here for the money, but he took that 10K pretty damn quick.
Everyone's here for the money, regardless what they say.
There was 30 seconds left on the clock, and he's not about to leave 10K on the beach. Of course,
I've never seen Russ move so quick before.
That arm seemed pretty damn fine right there.
But before CJ can even present this idea to Russ, Garrett takes it upon himself to tell him his plan.
What's so frustrating to watch this is that as he's doing it, CJ is right there and he hears it and he's just like, and then he walks away. I'm like, you got to go get involved in that conversation, because that is going to spiral out of control.
CJ just lets himself get kicked off this friggin' boat, man. His inaction, his action, and then his inaction to his actions just screwed him. You know, it's like, dude,
the thing. They think when Garrett tells them, now Russ thinks he's scheming to get him out, and Summer was there the whole time. At no point does he ever go, let's get with Summer. She'll tell you exactly what happened, and it's Jimmy's the one who's vying to get you off.
CJ totally
But he doesn't throw him under the bus or anything.
Nope.
At this point, the jig is up, and you need to like just come clean and get the shade on somebody else.
Yep, he totally should have grabbed Summer and said, Summer, tell everybody what really happened there, period.
And he should have done that. But even in the conversation, what frustrates me is when Russ and him have that conversation, he's saying, yeah, I said I was going to come to you. And then Russ says, I wouldn't even be mad if you had come to me with that. But, you know, to talk about it to the new guy and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I haven't had a chance to come to it. Yes, I did discuss it with the new guy, but like, but CJ just like, anytime someone like gets mad at him, he's like, oh.
He shuts down.
Yeah, he shuts down.
He's there. He's an idiot.
CJ dug his own grave. He put like the shovel in, and I was helping him with it like this.
You were mad I shut down.
And then as he's trying to explain it to Russ and Elliot, Elliot's like, wait, so you were the one that brought up the idea? And he's like, no, dude, that's not. But then, again, he shuts down.
He says no, and then Elliot kind of overpowers him, and he's just like, I don't know what to do, man. And I'm like, get Summer. She was there.
It's like, get a hold of your freaking balls and freaking, open your damn mouth and freaking speak.
And the other thing is, like, Russ, like, then approaches the whole group and tells her, and Summer is there. They don't really show her too much, but, like, she's quiet. And I guess remains mum on the issue. But if I'm CJ, I'm like, Summer, tell them what Jimmy said to the whole group.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I would even get Garrett on board. And I would even go to Garrett. I'm like, this is your chance. It's either you or Jimmy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But no, he doesn't do any of that.
No. He just lets himself get freaking trashed on this one. And what an idiot, dude.
So
what
they do the vote, and then who's asking questions about the voting process? Where Russell steps in, is like,
we're going to count the votes like we do every time, and we're not changing the methodology, and we'll discuss them after we see that the votes are cast. I don't care what we think everybody's voting. Count the votes.
Jimmy's like, yeah, we already know how the vote's going to go anyway. And Russell's like, dude, I don't care if we know how the vote's going to go. We're doing it the right way. So
we don't want any
we got an SOP on this thing.
Oh, yeah.
We don't want any election drama, fraud,
And I think Russ did that because Russ is a little paranoid of the new people, the non-originals.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, he does.
He's a little uncomfortable with the new people maybe taking charge eventually.
Oh, exactly.
Which I think will happen if they keep doing what they're
doing.
doing.
Jimmy, kudos to that guy because he's walking Jimmy is the captain now.
He is.
He's the one. He's the one stirring the shit up. He's the one making the decisions and making votes go certain directions. And he's doing a good job.
And what's funny is that he's good at doing that. And he's good at letting the other people who think they're doing it still think they're doing it.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's that good because he actually is the one.
The other ones are just that
He's
stupid.
the one who actually got people to turn against CJ, and then people turn against CJ, and then he's trying to take his next step and turn people against Russ before CJ's even out.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I don't know. He's just I think Jimmy just likes stirring shit up.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
And Tara's a fucking idiot. She's stupid. She is oblivious to what he's doing because in her mind it's just I just gotta get rid of CJ. Gotta get rid of CJ.
Yeah.
Completely oblivious to what Jimmy's doing.
It'll be interesting now. Once they get rid of CJ. Now what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Now what's the complaint? Now who's the drama?
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, everyone was on to Merissa for the last 2 episodes, but this time it's kind of Tara's doing all this stuff.
Marissa's laid low this episode.
Yep.
And her and Maddie both.
She didn't say much of anything this episode.
No.
Now, so who was it that didn't? But CJ did mention towards the end, hey, those 3 girls, if you're not on their team, you're pretty much toast, right? They're kind of running this show.
I call them the mean girls, but the 3 girls, whoever they sink their fangs into, go home.
And CJ kind of gets everything at the end, but he doesn't know how to go about doing anything about it.
Exactly. I mean, he calls everything out the way it is. When he's on that boat talking to the camera at the end, he can literally call shit out the exact way it is.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, then why the freak didn't you do something about it?
Yeah.
I think he's so uncomfortable with confrontation because
he totally is.
He's just
and that plan to have Russ, you think Russ is just going to give up and step off the boat?
Russ is not getting off that boat willingly. Hell no, he's not.
Yeah. He totally misjudged Russ on that because you can see his reaction and what he said to CJ as he was leaving.
Oh, yeah. No, CJ played this one completely wrong. He's a freaking idiot. And I'm just watching this whole freaking shit go down. I'm just like, oh, CJ, you suck, dude. What are you doing?
To think that was his only hope too.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. That's your other play could have been hey, when we get back there from these 4 of us on this raft to say, let me tell you what Jimmy was trying to do. You know what I mean?
And I tell you what, the original group should have kept CJ because Jimmy, he's not best for the group, and Garrett, he already said he's about the money too. So CJ would probably been a better choice over both those.
I'm rooting for Jimmy at this point.
Yeah. I mean, I like Jimmy because he causes chaos, but he's not good for the original.
He's not. But I mean, and Summer was the only one that stuck with freaking CJ, that whole time. And
I mean, CJ didn't even believe in himself.
Yeah, he voted himself off. And I'm pretty sure Summers was the only vote that was for, to keep CJ on. So, yeah, it was bad, man.
Yeah.
Interesting show, though.
Yeah.
Some drama. People are starting to actually use their votes certain ways. So, it would have been interesting if there was a steal option here. Because Jimmy might have taken it. Garrett might have taken it. Who knows?
Well, remember at the end there, man, freaking CJ's like, dude, I totally should have taken that $50K. It's like, yes, you should have, bro. Totally should have taken that money.
Yeah. That would have been interesting.
They all should have taken it.
Yeah,
exactly.
That would have been interesting to see how it would have played out, knowing that they would have had 4 people to try to figure out.
If you take the $50K, you're the instant winner because you would have more money than anyone could earn the entire time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then any other time on the boat is just a bonus after that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But, these people are playing on morals and stuff like that, so
you're morals or whatever.
It's one way to play it.
It is, but at the end of the day, man, this is a game.
But you're rolling the dice as we see with CJ. There's a couple originals that have been voted off, so you are really rolling the dice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a guarantee.
Not at all.
So I mean, Lashanna probably wouldn't have stolen either, and she got voted off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
Summer as well, right?
and if you piss this group of women off, like CJ says, then you could be in trouble.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he definitely was.
Well, you don't want to piss Russell off either, because apparently Russell runs everything.
Yeah, and then they showed a trailer
Thanks
for
for that.
next week, and now we got a new girl, and she's flirting with Rusty.
Russell. Yeah, she must like her some TikTok, man. Like her some Russell TikTok.
I think she just sees an in, and she's taking it.
It's
So.
like, I see who's running the show here. Let me flirt with him a little bit.
Thinks he's running the show.
Right.
I mean, Jimmy's kind of running the show. It's really hard to tell.
Jimmy's totally freaking
It's getting interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I'm looking forward to the next episode.
Hell yes, dude.
Yep.
And this is one of those shows where I'm like, shit, I wish they'd release them all so I could just binge them all, right? And unfortunately, they don't.
Gotta wait a week.
But there you go, folks. That is episode 6 down. The show is getting super interesting. It's getting better and better as it goes.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to next week. Hey, as always, please talk to us on here. Tell us what you think. Who do you think should go next? And hit that like, subscribe button, and we will check y'all in our next review.
Later.
See ya.